children know the truth and shine like a bright star.
Allahu Akbar!
So, answering your question, Palestine is a threat to the free world. I don't think so.
No?
End of day, I'll answer. Give me a chance to answer.
I don't believe you. Right from the start, you've established no credibility as to who you are.
I haven't even said 3 words. Let me just say my point. May I?
Land your terrorist plane supporting plane immediately. Emergency landing.
I like your accent, but yeah, whatever.
I like your accent too. What is it about my accent that you like?
It sounds British somehow. I don't know why.
Shukran, Habibi. Okay, I'm going to mute up. The mic is yours.
Thank you. So, if there is real will for peace, peace will happen. If the two sides want peace, but if there is one side want peace and the other side want war, it will never happen.
Emergency landing!
Customers love these new whole home water treatment systems, starting with a free water test.
Ribono Shaloiloim! Palestine is a threat to the free world! Hey! Walaloo, walaloo, walaloo!
Hey, hey! Say it! Hey, hey!
AJ says I lost a sub. Listen, if you don't like this music, you should really think about that because it's good music.
انا حطيتك في قلبي انا حطيتك في قلبي وغرقت عيوني بعيونك يهدونك قالوا ليلي مجنونك يهدونك.
Fato, are you a Palestinian?
I think you're like 13 years old. I wouldn't waste my time chatting with you, to be honest. I'm just leaving it for fun.
Oh, I see. You're a real cool guy, Muhammad.
Ah, thanks, man.
I was being facetious, of course, like you. Oh, Feta, I just want you to know, when I build my new condo in the Gaza Strip, you can have first choice in a potential lease. We won't be selling condos, of course. They'll just be for lease. So if you want to move into a luxury apartment condo in the north of the Gaza Beach Strip, feel free to hit me up in the DM on my Insta.
Listen to the story told by the reed of being separated. Since I was cut from the reed bed, I have made this crying sound. Anyone apart from someone he loves understands what I say. Anyone pulled from a source longs to go back. At any gathering, I am there, mingling in the laughing and grieving, a friend to each, but few will hear the secrets hidden within the notes. No ears for that. Body flowing out of spirit. Spirit up.
Do not turn look at every beggar that beckons. You belong to me. Do not sell yourself short, for you are priceless. Part the waters with your staff. You are today's Moses. Tear through the cloak of fog. You are the light, the same light as Muhammad. Shatter the mirrors of the beautiful. You are the dazzling Joseph. Blow the breath of life like Christ. You too are of that air. Break away from the unscrupulous. Do not fall for the deceit of ghouls. You are of noble origin. You are from the highest high. By spirit, you are deathless, imperishable, magnificent from within. You belong to the glorious. You are of divine radiance. What have you seen of your own beauty? You are still veiled. One dawn like the sun, you will rise up from within yourself. It is a shame to be shrouded this way, like the moon under a cloud. Tear through the cloud of body. You are the magnificent moon. You are like a hawk whose feet are bound, tethered to the body. It is with your own claws that you must untie the knots. How joyous is gold when it enters the fire. For it is within the flames where it can show its essence and radiate its virtues. Do not run away from the fire's flames. What will happen if you step into them for trial's sake? It will not burn you, I swear. Your face will glow like gold. For you are Abraham's kin. Ancient knowingness is yours. No mine has a jewel like you. This world has no life like you. For this is the world of decay. And you are life-giving life. What have you seen of your own beauty? You are still veiled. One dawn like the sun, you will rise up from within yourself. It is a shame to be shrouded this way, like the moon under a cloud. Tear through the cloud of body. You are the magnificent moon. You are like a hawk whose feet are bound, tethered to the body. It is with your own claws that you must untie the knots. How joyous is gold when it enters the fire. For it is within the flames where it can show its essence and radiate its virtues. Do not run away from the fire's flames. What will happen if you step into them for trial's sake? It will not burn you, I swear. Your face will glow like gold. For you are Abraham's kin. Ancient knowingness is yours. No mine has a jewel like you. This world has no life like you. For this is the world of decay. And you are life-giving life. Do not turn to look at every beggar that beckons. You belong to me. Do not sell yourself short, for you are priceless. Part the waters with your staff. You are today's Moses. Tear through the cloak of fog. You are the light, the same light as Muhammad. Shatter the mirrors of the beautiful. You are the dazzling Joseph. Blow the breath of life like Christ. You too are of the...
People's thoughts are, and then...
Yeah, can you elaborate more on that? I'm a Christian, and I had a bunch of Muslim friends, but none of my Muslim friends believe in UFOs.
Well, that's why I pointed out the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X. Malcolm X was much more than just whatever we see in Spike Lee's movie, because he was tied to Elijah Muhammad. It's interesting that in Black History Month, Black folks are not allowed to, or the powers that be don't talk about Elijah Muhammad at all. And you wouldn't even have Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All of these people have these Muslim names because of Elijah Muhammad. But they don't even like to go to the root of that, but we understand why. And again, because it's this idea like have like a white supremacist concept. If you have that kind of technology that white folks can't duplicate, and if that's some black folks that are in those mother planes and baby planes, and it messes up the whole game plan of white supremacy.
That's interesting.
I mean, if it is fallen angels that came and gave them all this technology long ago, then that means they're just building based off of that. Like if mathematics, if chemistry, which derives from alchemy, all really came from them, then these, you hear these stories about the Nazis were in contact with like fallen angels and stuff like that, or with spirits that gave them all this information that's why they were so advanced and stuff like that. And we hired all their scientists. Well, it's true. I believe it's true anyway. I'm not going to say it's true. But you guys know about the Theosophical Society?
Theosophists.
I can't say it. That word.
Yeah, no, bro. Their headquarters is right near my house. It's like a mile away.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's in Philadelphia, in Center City. I live in South Philly.
Can I say something about UFOs? It's a 3-letter word. I know it's an acronym, but it's just like Zen. I've never seen a UFO. I've heard my father say, or I've heard preachers say that they think UFOs are essentially, demons or angels, and it's generally considered negative. But I would just say that there has to be some type of positivity. And if you take the satanic, devilish context out of UFOs in terms of American evangelical thinking, it's possible, but in my opinion, not probable that this planet has been or is currently being visited by, aliens. I think if aliens are anything, they wouldn't have to leave their planet to communicate or get shit done here if they wanted to fuck around and find out. They would be able to do it on their own planet through technology. So it would have to be some type of mind control or a spirit of intelligence that is doing the will of some alien power. And then that gets into the whole concept of God itself and the universe. So I'm just saying it's not a topic to be dismissed, but I also don't think UFOs are a valuable usage of time when there's so many other problems and personal, emotional, and intelligence things, and let alone God consciousness. Because if there are aliens, I mean, Rabbeinu Shalom, Christ has got a big sword, and he can just cut off any alien's head he wants and be like, boom, done, Rabbeinu Shalom.
The aliens, you said there's good, there would be good, it's not all negative. Well, I mean, I guess I would agree there are positive ones. Even I think the Bible would agree with that. And I think Ramus talked about Ezekiel when he met God. He like came out of something that seemed like a spaceship.
Yeah, let me read St. Luke chapter 21, verse 25 to 27, where it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. They see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory." So we can kind of gloss it over, make it mysterious if you want to. But then I'm reading, actually, this is Inside Message to the Black Man in America by Elijah Muhammad. Just if you want to find the book and do your own homework on it, it's under this section called The Judgment. But it says, "You will bear me witness that we are living in such a time as mentioned in the above prophecy. Signs in the sun and in the moon. The phenomena going on in the sun and its family of planets testify to the truth that something of the greatest magnitude is about to take place. The final war or battle between God and the devils in the sky. God, who has power over all things, is bringing the powers of the sun, the moon, the stars into display against his enemies. The fire of the sun to scorch and burn men and the vegetation and dry up the waters. The moon will eclipse her light to bring darkness upon man and upon all living things, to disrupt her with her waves all air communications. The magnetic powers of the moon will bring about such tidal waves of seas and oceans as man has never witnessed before. The sea and the waves roaring. As men's hearts fail them with fear at the sea, looking upon great tidal waves coming toward them like mountains, they also shall see such a great display from God in the sky that their hearts will fail. Great earthquakes never fell before since man was upon the earth will take place," say the Bible and the Holy Quran. The Quran says, "There will not be one city left that will not be leveled to the ground." Using this force against the enemies of God will make it impossible for them to survive. This is all known to this world, but why are they trying to build up a defense against God? It is useless. America has it coming. Look now, look how she has been and still is mistreating her freed slaves. The foolish so-called Negro preachers and leaders want social equality with these, their enemies. The great distress of nations spoken or prophesied of coming in the above chapter and verses is now going on. Confusion all over the Western world today. They see the end of their world, and they see the signs of the Son of Man coming in the sky with power and great glory. The great Ezekiel's will and the unity of the Muslim world and the distress of nations. The so-called Negro must awaken before it's too late. They think that the white man's Christianity will save them regardless of what happens. And they are great.
I would just say,
just for what it's worth.
Yeah, I would just say a lot of that is actually in the Bible. High places will be made low. But the Bible doesn't really make it about race, in my opinion.
That's fine. I get it. It's just thought out there because just know every person in the Nation of Islam is on that page. So just understand, because it goes on that they must know that the white man's religion is not from God nor from Jesus or any other of the prophets. It is controlled by the white race and not by the Almighty God.
Well, let me ask you this, Remus. If a white guy wanted to go to Stony Island and go join the Nation of Islam, and he became a spiritual master within the Nation of Islam, and everybody was like, oh, this guy's the greatest, let's make him the president of the Nation of Islam, could the black people possibly endure looking at a white face of the Nation of Islam? I would say no. So obviously there's a reverse racism, hypocritical sentiment, which I detect in your prophecy.
Let me debunk what you just said. The fact that Elijah Muhammad was taught by a man whose mother was white and his father was from Mecca. So we have no problem accepting truth from wherever truth comes from. So, and I don't see anybody running to Stony Island, white folks, and trying to knock down the door to join Islam. So that's kind of like, you know.
I'm just being facetious, but I am saying what Amari is trying to say about transcendental knowledge and understanding supersedes the race division, which is superficial because it's based on vision and it's not based on audio. That's the thing about Clown House. If you were blind, yes, you may be able to detect, you know, somebody's black or white based on the way they talk. But the fact is, truth supersedes race consciousness.
Well, yeah, truth of the history of white folks is truth too, though. So you can't deny white folks' history on this planet. Well,
I know, but black history, if you go into Africa and you go to the Middle Ages in the 1400s in Africa, you think it was so fucking great? It must have been insane. It must have been crazier than you could possibly even conceive.
Look, this would be the main problem with going any further in this subject if we're not going to mention how at the top in the hierarchy of these religions that we are speaking about, not even 24 hours ago, I was just touching on this. So it's pretty much fresh in my mind. And it is not the bulk of these churches. First, let me speak on that. I'm not talking about most of the congregations that would be inside of your Catholic churches, your Judeo-Christian churches, your synagogues, and your mosques. I'm not talking about the flocks. So when you guys hear me say what I say, please don't take offense to me speaking about your hierarchies, which a lot of you guys, I wouldn't say aren't fully in tune with, but there are a lot of things that are hidden. The problem with I would say these bulked up religions, okay, is that at the very top of these religions, see, there is a one world religion and a one world playbook that they have all been playing by. And it does not matter if you are a Mary worshiper or if you are a Allah worshiper or if you are a Jesus worshiper. These things are far-fetched from the ones that control at the top, because inside of their secret societies, which this is what they pledge allegiance to, they have only one religion, okay? And that's all religions. They have atheists, they have Satanists, they have Muslims, they have Israelites, they have every denomination that you could possibly run down. And this is how they have kept our tribes at war for so many thousands of years that it becomes a bit intoxicating and toxic to all members of any denomination who follow these false narratives. Because there was only ever one Most High. There was only ever one Son of God. There was only ever one royal bloodline that the Son of God came out of. That is not taking away from any tribe, because all tribes are significant, especially the ones that keep God's laws. See, this is where we get lost at. We get lost in, you're a Muslim, or you're Augustus, you might be a Catholic, or James, I might be an Israelite. But the point is, are you serving the Creator? And do you put him first? Or do you put your religion at the forefront that is controlled by the gatekeepers and the masters who call themselves the enlightened ones? I'll land on.
Yeah, this is a good fucking conversation, by the way.
Listen, one easy way to prove that truth transcends race consciousness is music. I mean, for God's sakes, Motown, great American music transcends race consciousness. Everybody in the world loves Louis Armstrong. Everybody in the world loves Miles Davis because music is not words, it's instruments. And that is the secret key activator. That's what gets people to join hands and dance and proclaim the truth of God. So, that's why I would say Nation of Islam or other religions that are basically race conscious and don't transcend race are not in the truth. They are not joining hands and singing songs with anybody that wants to hold hands. They're being exclusive. They have an in-group and an out-group. Therefore, they are not universal or transcendental in truth, and thus they are hypocritical racists.
Let me respond. That's crazy. Miles Davis, Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, what's up, PT, by the way?
Motown, black folks. When you say black, you're talking about the whole planet. Everybody comes from black. So let's be crystal clear. Don't try to usurp.
You cut out.
White folks have done to try to usurp black folks and then own it, and we got to buy it back from you retail. So let's be crystal clear. When black folks get back to running this earth and it's no longer all this colonialists all over the planet carving up in this papal bull running of black folks in the name of Jesus and all Judeo-Christianness, when that, you see what's going on in Israel right now. Okay? So the reality is you got some straight devils on this planet that are doing some real devilishment, and at the head of it is definitely not some black folks. So let's be crystal clear about what we're dealing with today in the times that we're dealing with right now.
Listen, you might be right, but you can't essentially negate my opinion that Nation of Islam is a bunch of hypocritical racists.
I can't negate it.
Well, Remus, man, we have, it's been a while. I've only been on Clubhouse for about a year and some change. I've heard you speak in many rooms. You're a very enlightened brother. But this is what I want you to not skip over. See, when you mention when you say the whites, the Caucasians, remember that they are also tribal people. And remember this, that the ones that are in power and have been controlling this whole system since they on the Son of God's head and watch nations turn on this man knowing who he was. See, there were people from our tribe that were the gatekeepers. See, this is the problem. When we are trying to expose the other tribes, we are not willing to clean our own house. Our problem is that we focus too much on the enemy that looks different than us, and we are infiltrated by the enemy that looks just like you and me. See, and they work hand in hand. You have to understand that they do not speak in code terms or even about race. This is a low mainstream topic. This is to keep the masses at war with each other. At the top of the pyramid, they only speak in blood, diamonds, oil, wealth, generational wealth, and bloodlines. When I say blood, I mean bloodlines. They don't give a damn if you're dark as cold or if you're white as snow. If your bloodline intersects with theirs, then you are on the in club. That is a fact. See, we have missed the boat with always pointing the finger. See, it's easy. It is very easy to look over and say, hey, look around at the world. White man is controlling everything. And he's just a warmonger. You know what's crazy is that no one, no king, no race, no tribe is able to sit at the top of the throne without help from the other tribes. See, this is what people don't get, is this nation, it looks to be controlled by the white man. You are foolish if you believe that. Behind the scenes, the people that control this country, oh my goodness, they all are related. They're all from a specific 13 bloodlines whose last names have been changed time and time again, and they intersect into each other's families to make sure that they keep their bloodlines complete and don't have the useless eaters inside of their bloodlines. This is a fact. This is only about 10% of the world's population that play this Game of Thrones. So I don't play Game of Races and blaming the white man for everything, because the truth is that people from the tribe of Judah that I'm a representative of sold us out also. The Moors sold us out in Kemet at the gates. They sold us out after the Pope sent a papal decree for the tribe of Judah. See, these are all things that everyone seems to skip over when they speak about these things.
No,
Great
you, sir, clearly are conflating history. The Moors have nothing to do with the tribe of Judah being sold out. It was
You
Hamites.
didn't listen to
who sold out the
to
tribe
what
of
I
Judah.
said. The
For
Moors,
you to try to conflate
the Moors sold the tribe of Judah out
is disgusting.
and Kemet. This is a fact. There's no refuting history. You take your position, and that's what it is. It's like when the Nation of Islam doesn't want to take their lick for them orchestrating the hit on Malcolm X and Khalid Muhammad. See, you have to take your lick. When you're a part of things that cost great men their lives, and then you want to point the finger back over at the white man, when you were working with the white man, CIA, counterintelligence, Nation of Islam, when you had your pact with the KKK, 1930, all the way up into the present day. Malcolm X spoke about this. This is public information. So first, what we're not going to do is try to make it seem like I'm just bashing on these people. I told you that the bulk of these communities are good, God-fearing people. The problem is that the hierarchy are sold out to the devil, and that's just a fact.
This isn't about you bashing on people. This is about you giving white people a cop-out and saying, well, y'all niggas sold us. Africans sold the Moors.
Not a cop-out. Not a cop-out.
It was not the same people.
It's not a cop-out. It's called taking accountability for my tribe. It's called taking accountability. You probably never done it.
King James, and then for you to talk about American society and what happened, as if all the sellouts in the black community didn't do that shit because they were already fucked up because of what white people had done to them. It's like you just
listen, there is no excuse for selling your soul. Listen, so you're giving an excuse. You're giving an excuse because times might have been harder for the tribe of Judah and the ghettos of America, that it was okay to go ahead and sell out, pack yourself together inside of Freemasonry lodges, and hide the truth from your communities, and hold on, take Caesar's gold. You get to take Caesar's gold, and then you get to blame Caesar at the same time. That is absolutely what the Son of God was talking about. The hypocrites that walk on this, planet are at an all-time high.
That hundreds of years of free labor didn't mean anything, and then giving out free. Because the original ghettos were Italian and Irish.
BT, I'm with you. Listen, I know the gangs are BT, I'm with you. I know that the Irish were mostly inside of the ghettos. I understand that they passed those things on to our tribe. My problem is, just hear me out. Hear me out, BT. Hear me out. My problem is only the fact that we are not calling out the ones inside of our tribe who have kept the bulk of us in the dark while they benefited off of the suffering of the bulk of all of us. Take the white people out of the equation. Let's just talk about the fact that Remitz knows, I know that there are people, Jesse Jackson, Louis Farrakhan. Stop it. These people, Al Sharpton, these people sold out years ago, and the bulk of the black community followed them during the 1960s, the 50s, and the 40s. This is a fact. This is not a lie. I am only telling you the truth. So I'm wrong for calling out.
I want to quote Ish and say this is like a street squabble. Let's get back to topic of UFO, because you gentlemen are going to spiral for 5 hours. I guarantee it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Say King James. He's the one that's yelling at the top of his
man, shut your ass up. He's the moderator, and we're having a back and forth with him.
Oh, it ain't even.
I don't have the intuition.
We over here talking Nation of Islam and Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson. Bro, Jesse Jackson.
God bless you,
I'm gonna be honest. As like the only white guy on stage right now, I feel like, you know, I really, you know, if I was to start talking and injecting into this conversation, next thing you know, I'm not saying you guys, but next thing you know, maybe the audience or in the chat room, they're gonna be like, oh, look at Augustus, white supremacist trying to break up this conversation. So because of the sensitivity of the topic, and because of who I am, I'm just letting this shit rock out, because honestly, I think it's super fucking interesting, for one. And for two, I think having these sort of intellectual squabbles is healthy. And three, you know, even though it's not about UFOs and shit, I'm still interested in the topic. So, you know, I feel like I learn a lot from this shit. So, like Zen said, though, let's try to get back on topic. This is the UFO chat room. I'm just basically working right now. I did a room like an hour ago on white supremacy, and then I got a work call, and when I came back to Clubhouse, the room had vanished. So somebody shut that down, and I'm like, you know, maybe we shouldn't have a serious room about race or about, you know, popular culture or whatever. We just talk about some cool shit, some fun shit to talk about. So, but if you want to talk about the white supremacy and shit like that, that's fine with me. Like, I'm happy to talk about that shit. Because, you know, Bill Gates, he just came out and said that math plus white equals racist. He said that math is white supremacy. So I think that that's fucking crazy. Personally, I don't understand it. And then at the same time, it's like,
what? Bill Gates?
Liar. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. So it's like, am I a racist for not agreeing with him? I don't know. Maybe I am.
What the fuck he means? I don't know. That doesn't even.
It sounds like another.
I can't believe a word this guy fucking says already. So I'm not gonna believe this shit either. It sounds crazy.
Yeah, no, that has nothing to do with racism. I don't even understand how the fuck he tried to correlate this.
King James is crazy. Go ahead, King James. What do you say about that? Now he's quiet.
It's easy. Dr. Bill Gates is a gaslighter. He's just like Melinda French Gates. Look at Melinda French Gates, Phoebe Gates. Look at their Instagrams. It's all gaslighting all the time, nonstop.
Her middle name is French?
Yeah, Melinda French.
You guys want to know what I really think about what Bill Gates did?
The Gates family are some of the richest occultists in the world. Their name says it all. They are the gatekeepers.
Thank you.
That's what you really think.
These are known Satanists. These are known Luciferians.
Who's that?
This is known. So I just spoke about I'm glad you guys brought that up, because I just spoke. Augustus brought up Bill Gates, who is also who is also a part of this hierarchy that I was just speaking about. And this hierarchy that Bill Gates is a part of, see, he is not just working with other people that look like him. There's no way that you can be inside of these elite circles only working with people that look like you. That is not how things work. They work with people that look just like the ones they want to control. Who do they want to control? Everyone. They work with all nations. They work with all tribes. There's a lot of sellouts that need to be exposed.
So what is? I'm trying to see where you're going. We know this.
He's trying to apologize. This is where black folks get nervous because of white folks in the room, and they want to have this like
I'm like the only white dude.
That's a fact. That is what
They want to make
First of all,
black folks are not Hitler. Hitler is a white dude in Germany. That's not all black folks. You see what I'm saying? You don't talk straight words because
bro, like me personally, like I'm pro man. I believe in men's rights.
No, we know that
shit that everybody sleeps on.
He is
And I feel like
to spare feelings, so he's not being real, and he knows this.
You know what I'm saying?
I can tell. That's the reason.
Let me just say a couple of things about where I'm coming from, just so you just don't feel like as if there's a bunch of white people that are going to judge you based on your beliefs and shit. Listen, bro, I'm like the only white dude on stage for one, and for two, I'm pro men, pro men rights. Same way that there was pro women rights and shit. I feel like men are marginalized. I'm pro black. I'm pro white though at the same time, and anti-white supremacy. So I'm not the person that's going to talk shit on white people. I'm not the person that's going to talk shit on black people. But I'm also not going to say everything white is white supremacy. You see what I'm saying? So I'm basically pro men first, where it's like, men are disenfranchised, they're marginalized in popular culture. I gotta stick up for my brothers out there, and that's where I'm coming from in this conversation. So don't feel no type of weird shit or whatever. Talk whatever the fuck shit you gotta talk. Say whatever it is you gotta say. I'm not judging you. I think we got a lot more in common than we got different when it comes to our perspectives, at least. But what do I know? That's what I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
We clearing out where our thoughts are. I'm pro-truth. If you black or if you speaking truth, I'm a bear witness to the truth. And that's why I can tell to bust up the nonsense of King James about, the nation killed Malcolm. Bro, the FBI is well documented. The infiltration in COINTELPRO, man. And you still talking the stupid FBI talking points about who?
And the Nation of Islam was working directly with them. Malcolm already exposed that. It's public information. You're talking out of your ass. And that makes an ass of you, sir.
Keep saying that in Clubhouse, okay, bro? Don't bring that out into the streets of life, okay? You talk that stupid stuff in Clubhouse, okay, bro?
You just take that back to Louis Farrakhan because you support a murderer, a Satanist, and you're also bought and sold by the Church of Scientology, which makes you actually a practicing Satanist. You goddamn fool. You damn fool.
Right. Why did J. Edgar Hoover couldn't stand L. Ron Hubbard and all black folks? Well, tell me about that, King James.
Why'd you guys sell out to the Church of Scientology? Answer that real fast.
You got actual facts? You gonna put your life on that?
They bought you. They loaned Louis Farrakhan $10 million. Are you kidding me? Because Elijah Muhammad's kid spent all the Nation of Islam's money. This is also documented by Malcolm X. Could you speak about that, please? This is public information. How about the pact that the Nation of Islam had with the KKK? It's starting in 1930. How about that? What about that, Remus? Let's talk about the Nation of Islam pacting together with the Ku Klux Klan. Go real fast.
I didn't know about that. That's crazy.
Hold on, bro. First thing
Malcolm X talked about this on live television. This is a fact. These men are liars and deceivers. But I was trying to be nice to the Nation of Islam. The hypocrites they are. The murderers they are. The devils they are. The ones that work with the great black men, and then when they go against Elijah Muhammad, you have them executed. Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X. Hold on, I think you guys also had something to do with the mosque in Philadelphia called Mosque 72 that had known assassins in it. Oh my God, I guess that's a lie too. Public information. Goofy ass Nation of Islam peasant. Don't challenge James King's intelligence, you damn fool.
Yo, let's let Remus respond. Let's say what's up to Das. What's up, Das? How you doing, bro? And shout out to William De Niro. in the audience. He just came into the room. Edwin, would love to have you come up on stage. I love your tinfoil hat you're wearing. And yeah, Remus, you got the floor if you want to respond.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. First thing I want to say is I want King James in front of all these people to sign on the dotted line someplace and vow out loud that if I can disprove what he said, that he's willing to give his life.
What? This is public information. You guys killed the man for bringing this information out. Are you kidding me? What? I know more about it. I know more about these secret societies. Your cult, the Nation of Islam, who was bought out by the Church of Scientology. Anybody who wants to look it up real fast, just look it up. Okay, this is a fact. This is public information that you guys packed it together with the Ku Klux Klan in the 1930s.
Remus, I thought you were going to respond.
I was going to,
but you gave the ball back to King.
Not give it back to him. I asked him to do one.
You asked him, "Are you going to lay your life down on this?"
He said no. In essence, he said no. He didn't agree. So let me
lay my life down for the Most High. You're nothing but a man, and your God Allah is a man.
You gave him back the ball. You were supposed to respond, though, bro. Come on.
Yo, come on, man. I mean, like I said, it's clubhouse etiquette, bro. If we was in real life...
sorry, son. You can't challenge the Most High's chosen. You're just a fool.
Listen, I can debunk it. It ain't going to happen in this room today. He's saying whatever he's saying. But let me just say this, man. I mean, going back and forth, you said it louder and stronger than me. Brother, you know, he made a very bold statement that the Nation of Islam was bought out by the Church of Scientology, King James. See, you know my name. I don't know who this King James dude is, but I hear his voice. You see, he's hiding, man. The nation ain't hiding from nothing, man. This is cat over here. He's saying all these little talking points. I don't know who pays this clown.
Hiding.
Wow. I don't know where
I'm on more watch list than fucking Osama bin Laden. You're fucking crazy.
Yo, Amari, BT, do you guys think we should keep this keep the topic, or should we go back to UFOs? Because it's up to you guys. You know, if you want to.
Let's go to UFOs because the Nation of Islam had sold Malcolm X out. They had Khalid Muhammad killed. They had a pact with the KKK. They sold out to the Church of Scientology. A motherfucker can't debunk James King when it comes to that. Only a fool would try. Let's move on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See how you want to throw this little jab in and try to move on? It's this clown, man. Bro,
I want to throw a jab back and then we move on.
Any place, anytime out here, did you want to have a debate in front of anybody? Let's do it and go live. But in the meanwhile, back to UFOs.
We can do that on TikTok.
Whenever, man. Whenever. You name the place. Would love to expose this dude. He have no idea who the hell he is. He have no idea the team of people that he's up against. FBI is the number one he's up against. They admitted that what he's saying is a damn lie. And sorry, Charles, you brought the nation. Bro, you will die if you try to put your life on what you're saying. You ain't going to stand on what you're saying.
Well, I'll stand on that in front of 1,000 of you fakers. Are you kidding me? Stand on it. Stand on it anywhere you want me to. What? Our Nation of Islam, you are men. I bow to the Creator. You're nothing but a joke. Answer the question. Why did you sell out to Scientology? Why did you have Malcolm X killed? Why did you have Khalid Muhammad killed? And why did you have a pact with the KKK in 1930? Debunk it. Go.
Bro, this room ain't that, bro. This room ain't that. But I just want to, whenever you were serious, you set it up and we'll go live.
Yeah, I know. I know. And you better bring Louis Farrakhan to deal with me. Don't bring the minions. Because I want to expose him. I like to deal with the head of the snake because I'm the tip of the spear, son. You should probably do a little bit more research on your own organization before you ever speak to James King again, or just read my profile. It'll explain the instruction.
Don't give a about your profile, man. A person ain't even in the nation can defend the nonsense against the nonsense you're talking about, bro. But anyway, back to why it came up in this conversation, because Elijah Muhammad talked about these UFOs, and I was sharing that with Augustus. The FBI took all of his information. Since you're such a historian, Mr. James King, took all of what he had And then all of a sudden you start hearing this talk about UFOs and whatnot. So the timing of who taught Elijah Muhammad, that should be where you should focus your attention. Because Elijah Muhammad didn't make up any of this with a 3rd grade, 4th grade education. Where did he get this knowledge from? And now we're having a real conversation about all the information that he got from this one man.
Well, have you got? All right. So, I don't know.
First, I'm not following no man that's only got a 3rd grade education. That's probably the reason why I'm sleeping with 12-year-old and 11-year-old girls and getting them pregnant. And then when Malcolm X found out about it later on down the line, that's one of the reasons why he had him killed. How many wives did he have? 4 underage girls? Was it Elijah Muhammad, R. Kelly before R. Kelly? Why?
Yeah, this dude is.
That's some Jeffrey Epstein shit.
See how deflecting this dude is and just start getting emotional?
I honestly don't know much about Elijah Muhammad, so I can't really defend him. But at the same time, though, there's another individual who I think we should talk about when it comes to UFOs that, maybe you guys don't know much about, because I don't know much about Elijah Muhammad. I'm going to bring up a name maybe you guys don't know much about. I actually just got his biography yesterday as a gift. My girlfriend got it for me. His name is T. Townsend Brown. Have you guys ever heard of T. Townsend Brown?
Nope. I'm going to put a name in the chat, though.
Yo, this motherfucker is the dude that basically, it was by design that we don't know his name. And his name is just now surfacing in pop culture and popular culture, revolve around UFOs. I think also by design. So the reality of the situation is this. There was a scientist by the name T. Townsend Brown in the 1940s that basically was propped up by the deep state and made to look like a fool within the science community as a deflection tactic in order to hide the true secrets of his work. He is only got one patent that has been released to the public, and that is for an air purifier. He's the dude who invented the air purifier. But what you don't know about him, and it's just now surfacing with his new biography that came out, and with a short film that came out interviewing the guy who wrote the biography, as well as his family members and close colleagues, you come to find out this guy actually was working on reverse engineering UFOs in the 1940s. He was the guy that the U.S. sent over after World War II to confiscate the Nazi UFOs. You guys all know about the Nazi UFOs, right? The Bell that was created. The Nazis were fucking balls deep into UFOlogy and esoteric knowledge, and were attempting to reconstruct or, reverse engineer UFOs that they had gotten their hands on. Well, they sent T. Townsend Brown to go confiscate that shit because he was the United States leading authority on the topic in a black project, in a undercover project. So what he ended up discovering is something that I think is even more important than UFOs. He discovered, allegedly, a new form of physics. So he basically was doing experimentation where he would crank up electricity to as high as it could go. It's like they would create these machines just to make more and more electricity. And then they would give it a very low frequency. So high voltage, low frequency. And when you do that, electrical magnetism anomalies occur that they believed was the cracking the code, cracking the mystery of anti-gravity. And basically the government was like, we need to take this whole science and classify it. So if you ended up being in a Bob Lazar type of a scenario, or if you ended up being in a project in the 60s or the 70s or 80s, or even up until now, there is a whole hidden form of physics that is classified. So they even went above and beyond to do a meeting of the minds back in the 40s, post World War II, where they got all of the scholars from all around the world and academia to gather together, and they were like, okay, well, we need to have a unified theory of everything. And they came up with string theory. They came up with quantum gravity being the construct of our understanding of the nature of reality. Except that was a lie, intentionally placed by T. Townsend Brown and the deep state in order to